What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing my one day at Horrorland book review, so without further ado, let's hop right into it and get to our first category, the blurb. The next ride might be their last. The Morris family got lost trying to find Zoo Garden's theme park, but that's okay. They found another amusement park instead. It's called Horrorland. In Horrorland, there are no crowds, no lines, and the admission is free. It seems like a pretty cool place. But that was before that heart-stopping ride on the deadly Doom slide and that terrifying experience in the House of Mirrors. Because there's something weird about the rides in Horrorland. Something a little too creepy. A little too real. Reader beware, you are in for a scare. That's the blurb for One Day at Horrorland. A very nice blurb indeed. Sums up the book pretty well. The little catchphrase, I don't know what it is, but that right there is enter if you dare, which I think is pretty solid indeed. So without further ado, let's move on to our next category. Next category is the book category. So this is the category where I tell you fun facts and things about the book. So the book was released in February of 1993. It has 123 pages, and it is the 16th book in the original series. Let me check if I'm right. Yes, it is the 16th book in the original series. Okay, just making sure. The author is R.L. Stine, right there. Now moving on to our next category, the positives, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I was correct. This is the positives category. So now with the positives, a lot of positives. I like the cover art a lot. Actually, one of my favorites. I have a shirt with this cover art on it. I'm pretty sure you've seen it in a video of mine. I like the color scheme. It matches really well. The book is nice. I read this like about 2 months ago, so I don't remember it too well, but I remember it good enough, you know? So, it's a really nice book. I like the story. I think it's comedic at some parts, like the ending, and then, could also be kind of like spooky sometimes. So, a really good book in general. I recommend reading it if you own the book. Obviously, if you don't, you can buy one of the reprints, but they only come in the tins. I'm not sure if they made a reprint of it. If you want one like this, you have to buy the tin. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's move on to the negative category. Okay, now moving on to the negatives. So, there's not many negatives I have with the book itself. A couple negatives I have with the episode, but I'll get to that in the episode category. If I did have to choose one negative for this, I would say the ending is kind of stupid, like how they defeat the horrors. I feel like that's a little cheesy and a little stupid, but it's really not that big of a complaint. It's just if I had to choose a negative, it would be that. Other than that, there's no negatives for this book, if I'm being 100% totally honest. So, on to the next category, which I believe is episode, like the episode and the book comparison. So, let's move on to that. Okay, now this is the book versus TV category. So, this is where I compare the book and the TV adaptation. So, I have a list right here of all the differences between the TV episode and the book. So let me go ahead and read those off, because there are many. Despite being one of the main characters in the book, Clay is omitted from the episode. Clay is one of the main characters in the book, not in the episode at all. The Doom Slide and the Bat Barn are never shown or mentioned in the episode, which those are different rides that are in the book, and I'm pretty sure the Doom Slide was mentioned in the blurb, as a matter of fact. So, next one is, there is no game show in the book or Monster Channel. In the book, the kids go on the coffin cruise with their parents, but in the episode, they go on their own. The ending is completely different. In the book, the family escapes Horrorland with a van, and then when they get home, they discover a horror has stowed away, and it gives them passes for next year. In the episode, they attempt to escape using their car, only for it to be revealed that the game show host is controlling the car. He makes it start to go off a cliff. And then the whole episode's revealed to be a show that two horrors are watching, complaining about how they are sick of scary human shows. In the book, their car blows up before they enter the park, and in the episode, a horror is seen planting a device on the car, but instead, Wretch uses it to control the car, which Wretch is the game show host in the episode. You'd have to watch the episode to understand. It's kind of confusing, to be honest. In the book, the horrors are defeated by pinching them, and beforehand, Luke would pinch people, calling himself the Mad Pincher. This is not mentioned in the episode. That's the thing I was talking about with the negatives, is that, like, they're defeated by being pinched, which is kind of stupid. But it does tie into something that was mentioned in the beginning of the book, so I guess that's fine. In the book, their final challenge is to be thrown into a maze full of monsters. This doesn't happen in the episode, as it is replaced with the game show and Ripper, which Ripper is this, like, werewolf kind of monster in the, it's like a wolf monster in the episode. Fun fact about that, I'm like 99% sure that the Ripper, puppet that they use is the same exact one that they use in, Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Because from a few shots that it's in, because it's not in many shots, and they're usually dark shots, you can tell that it's the same puppet from that episode. So that's kind of neat, because that is my favorite episode. If you didn't know that, Welcome to Camp Nightmare is my personal favorite Goosebumps episode. I haven't read the book yet, but it's my favorite episode. It's just amazing. Last one. The horror that tries to warn the family is fleshed out further, revealed to be named Bleck, who wanted to host Raw Deal until Wretch Sniff got the gig. He attempts to help the family, but is attacked by Ripper, which is something that happens in the episode. Episode fun fact, I have two. One Day Horrorland was released on VHS on September 15th, 1998, and it was released on DVD on September 16th, 2008, which is a pretty big difference for years. I'm pretty sure that is a 10-year difference between the VHS and the DVD, which is still a long time. The air date for the episodes, because it was a two-part episode, the first episode was released on October 25th, 1997, and the second was November 1st, 1997. So a few days apart, about a week apart, because it was a two-part episode. And that is all I have for the book versus TV category. That was a lot of stuff to read off, but it was worth it. So anyway, now we're going to move on to my final category, the final rating, and then that's where I'll say goodbye to you guys. And yeah, let's move on to that. Okay, now this is my final rating. So I'm going to rate this book the same as I rated The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I'm going to rate it a 9.5 out of 10. Almost perfect, but just not quite there, because, like I said, the pinching thing I thought was kind of stupid. I didn't really like that, so that takes off half a point. But other than that, I really recommend this book. Almost perfect book, but I don't think that the pinching thing might annoy as many people as it annoyed me. But, oh, that's right, I forgot to rate the episode as well. I'm going to rate that probably an 8. Maybe a 7.5, because it wasn't very accurate to the book. When I see a Goosebumps episode, I want it to be accurate to the book. I want it to be an accurate representation, but it was fairly accurate for what they could do. It was enjoyable. It was a good episode, and I recommend watching the episode and reading the book. You don't have to do it in order. You can read the book and not watch the episode, or vice versa. But without further ado, I hope you guys had an amazing day, since I'm currently posting this at night. I hope you have an amazing afternoon or night. I'll see you guys in the next video. The next video, I'm not sure. I'm going to be posting a lot of book reviews, because right now I am on holiday break for Thanksgiving, so I've got a lot of time on my hands. I'm going to do the next book review probably next week, because I have to print out a script, and I do that at school, like these things. I print them out at school, I make them on my computer, so it's a whole thing. So I don't have any more right now, and so I'm going to make those, and then I can print a bunch of them when I go back to school. But basically, that's all that pretty much needs to be said. Next video will probably be my unboxing for the contest I won, because I won a Bumps in the Night contest, where I got a first edition Bumps in the Night book. I got a t-shirt and an art piece, all for free, which is really, really cool. I will be unboxing that on the channel soon. I can't wait to do that. But without further ado, that is One Day in Horrorland, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.